Colchester.
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 In Colchester.
Colchester.
Colchester. Colchester.
Colchester.
Colchester!
When people think of Essex, they mainly think of Joey Essex, Basildon, Gemma Collins and Orange Girls, but very rarely do they think of Colchester, Britain's oldest recorded town city. It's also the most depressing place to live in Britain. Why? Colchester's known for its garrison, the zoo, castle, but why is all this completely forgotten about? Who cares? Does it all even matter? We'll find that out today! Yeah! According to the Office of National Statistics, Colchester has an average happiness rating of 6.8 out of 10. Why? Some people see that statistic and they think, yeah, that makes sense. But I don't. We have a lot of good in this town. Let's see it. But first, let's see the not so good bits, because that's what you want, really, don't you? You want to see the depressing parts. Well, here you go. In any good primary school, we were taught that we were the oldest recorded town in England. We were also the Roman capital of the United Kingdom, until this woman, Queen Boudicca, did the one thing a lot of people wish they could do: destroy Colchester, making her the most beloved hero of Colchester and allowing her to have a statue in the middle of this busy roundabout. Later on, since a certain man got shot in the eye of the narrow, the Normans decided they would block this big stone rectangle in the middle of these Roman ruins, which now has solar panels on. It has now got a big tree on it. It's been on BuzzFeed Unsolved, and it's completely protected by these big metal gates to make sure the Romans stay out. And of course these rocks for your dumb child to do parkour and smash their face on. A couple years and one massive earthquake in 1884 later, humanity invented cars, and Colchester used those cars. And then, if there's a big traffic jam on the A12 or some sort of accident, Colchester looks like this. If you're trying to get from Highwards to Lexden or anywhere in the Hive to anywhere up here like Coxon, you've got to use like these 4 roads here, and they are completely rammed. And the A12, when it's closed, it completely ruins Colchester. So it's an extra 20 minutes added on any sort of direction in this general area. Oh yeah, and Colchester also has a lot of, I'm going to say the R word, roadworks. Oh no. When visiting Colchester on any given weekday or other busy day, you get to sit in stop-start traffic up this hill, park in this dodgy car park that's only had a few murders, and then walk over and laugh at the traffic jam you've just sat in for the past 20 minutes. Colchester also has a bit of a roundabout problem. There's 2 right next to each other, where indicators don't exist on one, and the other one, lanes are just a suggestion really. We also have St Botolph's roundabout, where they have road markings that encourage car crashes, and an island in the middle of it, which houses drug dealers and murderers. This roundabout, dubbed the Monster Roundabout by the Sun, was once one massive circle, but then it got changed to this. It has 48 terribly timed traffic lights on it, which you can guarantee you'll be sat behind one for at least 2 minutes. It's so confusing that my mother has crashed twice in that exact same spot down there. This is Greensted Roundabout, home to one of 6 magic roundabouts in the UK. Everyone always talks about Swindon. Swindon's the best roundabout. Swindon's the worst one. At least you're not in Green. Colchester drivers do know how to drive on this. Barely though. They forget how to use their indicators and stuff sometimes, but you know, it is what it is. Swindon drivers, be happy you're in Swindon and not in Greensted, mate. Greensted. Green. There's 2 E's. Green. Mersea Island, famous for oysters, the regatta, and having the lads walk to it, it's Colchester's option for those that rightfully don't want to move to Clacton. But the one road connecting Colchester from Mersea has a tendency to disappear with the tide, leaving anyone on the island stuck there for a whole 2 hours, stranded. Mersea locals are annoyed because they can't leave their little oyster island, but happy that Colchester and the rest of the chavvy tourists can't reach them. Roller World opened in the 80s and was one of the best roller skating venues in Europe, apparently, and was loved by all your cousins on their birthdays. It was the best place in town to take your mates and push them on their asses, and hearing their knees thud halfway across the hall. It was also home to everyone's first laser tag experience, Quasar, which is also where everyone heard The Prodigy for the first time, and felt real shame for the first time. Alright, let's do scorecards. Who was green number 4?
Oh yeah, that's me.
However, in 2022, when their landlord, Petchy Holdings, decided that this institution was causing the town happiness rating to get too high, they decided they would up the rent per year from £100,000 to £250,000. This caused uproar, and a crowdfunder was started to try and help keep the business going. They raised £9,000 in the end, but it wasn't enough. Roller World closed on November the 30th, 2022, and the owners formed the Roller World Foundation, who promote and support the development of roller skating and other skating sports. So, whatever happened to their big roller skating rink? And as an extra kick in the teeth, they haven't even bothered to replace the signs around the city. So there's always a constant reminder of when there was something to do here. There's no free parking anywhere around the town centre when shops are open. There's some next to Spoons here, but it's like 2 spaces. And there was free parking, but the council, seeing green, got rid of it and made it maximum 2 hours stay, plus you have to pay, which is a joke. There are so many side roads and little shops that a couple of 100 years ago used to look amazing, but now look derelict and run down. I mean, come on, look at this. It's like culture just doesn't get any love anymore. We've even left this old Odeon standing for decades and the abandoned hospital down the road standing for years. The council have done nothing about it. Now all it is just a house for homeless people and your one mate who thinks he's Joe Weller. Recently, Colchester Council decided to give one of Colchester's busiest roundabouts a major facelift to improve first impressions by train. It went from looking like an empty green circle to this. Your neighbour's overgrown garden they refuse to cut. Why would they do that? Guess how much money they spent on it. Have a guess. Nope, you're wrong. £92,000. At least this guy got to have a beach holiday on it. This is the same council that made Holly Cheese Museum ticketed and completely shut down the lower Castle Park toilets. And this is the same council that leave a weir falling into a river for about a year and a half and not fix it. I mean, they're fixing it now, but are they? And it's the same council that spent £4,000 on a bin. Wow! Colchester United Football Club holds the record for current longest time without promotion in all the 92 teams in the football top 4 leagues. The best we have ever done since our founding in 1937, as of note, was at Layer Road when we were in the Championship in 2007, finishing 10th. Until the year after, finishing rock bottom of the league. After this finish, they left their beloved home of 71 years after a 1-0 loss to Stoke. Lovely. Where did they move to? They moved from half an hour walk from town, still in the heart of the people, to a swanky new stadium with a capacity of 10,105. But it was a 1 hour walk from town, nowhere near. It was situated in the middle of the A12 and a field, making it very hard not to drive. But driving would be quite hard, as there aren't even enough car parking spaces for everyone. The team ended up eventually moving all the way down to League 2, and staying there, not moving for almost a decade, and it looks like we're going to be getting GTA 6 before we go anywhere. The youth of Colchester don't have very much to do themselves. They can sit in this shed, which, why? They can go sit on those swings down there, which, why? They're for kids, get out. They can go to Colchester Skate Park after the bigger, better Empire Skate Park fell to the same fate as Roller World. They could try and find where Cole Anderson and Crystal Wright are, as well as play the game Spot the Walking Man. Or they could just try and figure out whoever the hell Colch Compass is. You're just intellectuals, Colchester, mate. They were funnier. They could always come to one of the many massive fields we've got around Colchester, like Abbey Fields and, Hilly Fields, and do whatever it is they do in those fields. And of course, they could stay in one of the many secondary schools we've got on offer in the city. For example, you've got St Helena, the middest school in the country. TLA, home to Colchester Academy, home to all Monkwick's Unwanted. Colchester Royal Grammar School. Philip Morant and St Benedict's, they're a bit boring now, they stopped fighting each other. You've got Paxman, who just recently opened and stole all the good teachers from all the other schools. The Stanway School, Damon Albarn went there, that's about it really. The Gilbert School, which is huge and made out of the wrong concrete. St Mary's School for Girls, learn more about them on Leisure World Radio. You got the High School for Girls, but maybe it doesn't count. God damn, this field is huge. Anyway, yeah, that's just got all the attention of all the kids that, go to secondary school. Because as soon as they see their secondary school mentioned, wow, I'm famous. Look, our school is so shit. Yeah, it's not that bad. Shut up. You don't live in, Scunthorpe or something. Just quiet. Those that have a job, well, they've also not got very much to do, apart from capitalism. We are a market town, after all, whatever that means. But instead, they could always go to the pub. Colchester was named the 5th worst festive night out by some dodgy casino website. Really? This one I don't really agree with. Colchester has this premier club called Trilogy, or Hippodrome, or Attic if you're old. It's hosted such talents as Bevo. Our Spoons used to be a famous theatre in the 1930s and then became a cinema 2 years later. And then a bingo hall in the 80s, and it got left abandoned. So, when you step foot into one of these many public houses of Colchester, what are you likely to hear?
Oi! You can't wear that in here!
What, are you fucking squaddy or something?
£1.94! What a bargain! I'm a student!
Stop them fucking boats!
Wait, Yates is shutting down?
No, please let me go see Girl Victim. I'm actually 18, I promise. I literally just left my ID at home.
Oh, this band's shit. Let's leave.
All Southgate has to do, is put KB Manu on for Depressing, and we won it.
Wow! This pub is amazing!
I can't wait to get an STD.
Oh my god, this Hindu needs 12 more cocktails!
Trooper. This is Jumbo, Colchester's solution to the Eiffel Tower. It was made in 1883 and stands at a whopping 40 metres high. It was named after the London Zoo elephant Jumbo, when its neighbour complained that it dwarfed his martyr-burning house next door. It used to hold 1,069 cubic metres of water, or if you're wrong, 37,800 cubic feet of water. In 2011, there was a planning application for converting the tower into penthouse flats and a restaurant that got rejected by the council. In 2013, 3 apartments, a restaurant, an office, and an observatory/museum with a cafe was planned and rejected by the council again. In 2001, plans to have a glass-walled penthouse in Jumbo was approved, but work was never started and permission expired. In 2018, North Essex Heritage's scheme for a restaurant, gift shop, and heritage centre got sent back after a Heritage Lottery Fund grant was denied. In December 2021, Paul Flatman leased the tower to North Essex Heritage for 150 years with plans for a restaurant, visitor experience and historical space with no progress happening as of yet. But not all is lost. This guy, Griff Rhys-Jones, has given his support to the restoration project. Yay! Now all it is just a bunch of men standing in front of it with a high vis or men in suits shaking hands. Well, for now, we can enjoy it for what it is, which is a pretty cool tower in Colchester. But it gets even better. At night time, it looks like this. Which is pretty cool, but it's on the wrong side. Do you like nursery rhymes? I bet you do. You're so cute. I bet you do. According to local legend, because it isn't true, during the English Civil War and the Siege of Colchester, there was a cannon on top of that tower called Humpty Dumpty, which got shot down and fell, aka the Great Fall.
If only it were true.
We're also linked to the nursery rhyme Old King Cole. Let me read this Wikipedia article because I don't know that much about it. Local legend places Colchester as the seat of King Cole, or Cole, of the rhyme Old King Cole, a legendary ancient king of Britain. The name Colchester is Latin. The place name suffixes cesta, and casta, derived from the Latin word castrum, fortified place, in folk etymology. The name Colchester was thought of meaning Cole's castle, though this theory does not have academic support. What's the point? I just read that then. What's the point? The last thing associating Colchester with lullabies in this city is this house right here, which is the home of Jane and Anne Taylor. They collectively wrote the poem Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in that house. They have a statue commemorating them on the high street. Speaking of statues, this woman has had more sexual experiences on a night out than you ever will. Oh yeah, and that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star clip, that one was real. We're genuinely linked to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That's cool. Also, if you like to read books like a nerd, we were also mentioned in George Orwell's book of 1984, where Colchester was the only place in Britain that was nuked. Apparently he chose it for its whimsical sound and knew nothing about the town, which he later laughed about, realising it existed. But it was already in the prints, and we were still getting nuked anyway, so he didn't bother changing it. Perfect. We have the University of Essex, known for having 90% of its research rated as world-leading or internationally excellent in the Research Excellence Framework, REF, 2021. Colchester has a big Tesco and an even bigger Sainsbury's, and the Green Flag Award-winning Highwoods Country Park, home to many uninsured and unlicensed fishermen. And Colchester do actually have some good-looking buildings in their town, including Culver Square, which has Sam Ryder pop-up show and mass car pollution.
And Red Lion Walk, which I'm far too awkward to set up my camera for. Colchester have been planning to renovate a lot of old buildings in this town. For example, this Debenhams. This Debenhams has been abandoned since May of 2021. There are plans, because we all know how far Colchester plans go, to renovate it into a leisure centre, fit with a mini golf course, a go-karting track, and a trampoline park. How they're going to fit all that in there, I've got no idea. The football stadium is the largest entertainment venue in Essex, hosting acts such as Little Mix, Ollie Murs, Lionel Richie, and That One Blind Guy. Also, the area around the stadium has started developing into the Northern Gateway, which is fit with a Greggs, a Wendy's, a Hollywood Bowl, and almost a Cineworld, but that's depressing again. Moving on fireworks night, Colchester hosts the best fireworks night in Essex, hands down. I mean, it's either them or like Clacton Piers, so, you know, not a hard bargain. The local music scene here is thriving, with venues like Coda, the Brewhouse, Charter Hall, Three Wise Monkeys, and the Arts Centre. And of course, this local Colchester boy here. He went to sixth form Colchester, he's been in 2 bands, his mum definitely knows your mum. It's the one and only, the Gallagher brothers hate him, Damon Albarn. Colchester also has a leisure centre, Colchester Leisure World, fit with a spa, a leisure pool, fitness pool, gym, badminton courts, and so on and so on. It's also got Charter Hall on the side, which hosts many events, normally quite expensive. It's where Colchester kids go to learn how to swim by very tired swimming teachers. It's also council run, so of course there's going to be complaints about it being dirty, which it's not that dirty, it's fine. You do it yourselves. There's a bin.
Oh, did my little baby do an accident in her nappy?
We also have Colchester Zoological Society, or Colchester Zoo if you're a human. A family-run zoo spread across 60 acres of land, which has been around for half a century, with the amount of animals doubling the size of the population of Jaywick. It's the greatest school trip for any primary school child within a 20-mile radius. It is consistently ranked in the top 10 zoos in the UK and has been awarded a TripAdvisor's Traveller's Choice Award and is now in the top 10% of things to do worldwide. And it's where every child with a good upbringing had at least one prestigious almighty gold card, which is now called a zoo pass, and for an adult costs 72 quid. It's also a charity now, and it has donated over £4.7 million to conservation projects all around the world. And it plans to keep on growing and keep donating to conservation projects for decades to come. Also, our castle is the largest Norman keep ever built in Europe, which is mental. Its design was also used for the blueprints of some of the Tower of London. It's pretty cool. The council have also commemorated our history throughout these little plaques they've put in the floor, which I think are pretty cool. Obviously, this is all my opinion, and we can only listen to so much of my opinion. So let's ask the people of Colchester what they think. What's your favourite thing to do in Colchester?
I'm gonna be so real, bruv. Buying a fat spliff. There's not really much else to do.
Play Pokemon. To be honest.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's an awkward question, isn't it?
Get a takeaway, obviously. It's got to be get a takeaway. I'm literally off to McDonald's right now.
Sit here all day.
Sit here and get drunk.
Sit here and get drunk and high.
There's plenty of things you can do here, but I'm actually stopping smoking now, so I'm not going to be bunning zoots. But if I had to pick, it would be bun a zoot in Castle Park, come play a bit of pool, link the mandem. Not much more you can do, really. Yeah.
Colchester is an interesting place. Yeah.
But I suppose like, on a weekend, just walking around, going to shops, just have a little fucking nose. Like, that's the best thing.
Just go to the pub.
Well, sleep with all the girls that are single. Or skateboarding.
My favourite thing to do in Colchester is go to live music venues and watch artists who play guitars.
Are you happy living in Colchester?
Yeah.
Yes, I love living in Colchester.
You know what?
Yes.
No.
No.
I mean, it's not the worst.
No. I come from Clacton-on-Sea, and moving to Colchester is like a Colchester person moving to London. It's like I'm living in the Big Apple.
No. But they wouldn't be happy where you're living anyway. The grass is always greener. That's how it works. So.
I'm happy with the people that are here. I know all these different people in Colchester. Honestly, I would say I'm happy, but I could be happier. I could be living in a different country with hotter weather, fitter weather. But I am happy. At the end of the day, I do love Colchester because it's where I'm from, and it's where I'm born, and it's where my people are. But yeah.
Why not?
It could be worse. There's just fuck all.
There's a lot of interesting people here.
Yeah.
But and there's spots to go smoke and drink, and there's lots of cool people, but it could be better.
Because all of my friends live here.
But because of my drive to London, no. But that is just because I got a job in London and I have to drive there an hour and a half and an hour and a half back. It's not ideal. But it's alright, it's not too bad actually. Don't think I can't really say anything else. I'm sandwiched between two nightclubs, but it's...
Fair enough, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, fair enough. I can't really say what's your favourite pub, can I?
Yeah,
you can.
What's your favourite pub?
Three Wise Monkeys.
Beer church.
Three Wise.
Three Wise Monkeys. Because I'm obliged under contract to say that.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a drinker at all. I've been to Walkabout, I've been to Wetherspoons. I mean, they're just pubs, innit? But I've been to Three Wise Monkeys, I think, and that's all right. That's actually pretty good. Other than that, I don't really drink.
It'd probably be the Foresters Arms, actually. A little bit out of the way, just around the corner, not part of the mainstream that's going on over it. Yeah, I've worked in a lot of them around here. They're not good.
Ooh.
The Foresters Arms.
Is this is a bar technically? It's not a pub, is it? It's got to be Spoons, innit? Spoons on a Monday night, Happy Monday Hour Monday Club, or pub. Ooh, if I had to pick a pub, there's too many. Everything is just too expensive, other than Spoons. I can't lie. So Spoons, final answer.
What do you think about the people that say Colchester is the most depressing town in the country?
Well, they've obviously not been to Milton Keynes.
That's very
or
true.
Braintree or Whittam or anywhere else. Shit. Colchester's lovely, and I rate it.
Yeah,
Born and bred.
In the country.
Is it? Well, mate, I think they got the wrong people coming here because I don't think it's very obviously, you see a lot of people, but that's England in general. Like, no one smiles, but I'm a pretty happy guy and I live in Colchester. You guys seem like pretty happy guys and live in Colchester, so yeah. But I don't think it's not that depressing. Like, it's a bit depressing, but it could be worse. Like, you could live in Jaywick, you know? Imagine that.
I think, as someone who has travelled a lot and been to a lot of places, I think everywhere is kind of on the same level when it is, and you can make your own social situation out of anything. I went to, for example, went to university in Northampton, which is also quite a depressing place, but it was the best years of my life. So I think if it's voted the most depressing if it's voted the most depressing place in the UK, it's probably depressed people voting for it.
I don't think it's depressive because you get people like this. Like, this is interesting, and you see so many weird people about. Like, you can't not smile. Like, I think it's pretty decent. Like, just, I mean, for example, that thing over there, the statue of the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Yeah.
What's the point? Why spend money on that? That's just funny. Like, why would you spend? And the bins, they're £1 each. Why would you spend money on £1 for a bin?
It's like £3 actually.
Is it? It's actually free. That's even worse. Yeah. That's even worse.
It's getting pretty accurate. If we're honest, yeah, it's getting pretty accurate. You know, like, you're watching all these shops open and close within minutes, and then the town wants to say that it's got like a big infrastructure that can make lots of money and stuff like that. But in reality, all it is just businesses being shut down by the council raising prices. Yeah. So it doesn't work for them. You know, and the place is not big, it's not growing, it's not a city, and it's dying on its legs. We much rather put money into this kind of seating here that makes no sense whatsoever and brass elephants over there than actually any infrastructure to help anyone here.
Right, well, that's just not true. It is a bit of a shithole, but like,
it could be a lot worse.
You could be living in like Birmingham or some shit.
Yeah. You got 10 seconds to just say whatever you want pretty much.
Fuck it.
Promote something.
Yes, Bob. Big up Rough Edges, man. That's I don't know, big up Going Victim. Come on. Yeah. Big up Colchester. Honestly, if you want to come to a good place, have a good time, Colchester is the place to be. Big up yourself, Bob. Honestly.
My name is Ross. I'm a company owner, director of a graphic design company called Trait Design. And if you're out there listening to this and watching this, then look me up on the website, and I can probably do you a deal for logos, websites, children's books, things like that.
If you are in Colchester and you want to have something fun, look at doing things just outside. Like, you've got Putt in the Park and stuff like that in Colchester Castle Park. You don't just have to come here and go to the pubs and just be a degenerate.
I'm really into live music. I believe in supporting and keeping live music alive. I think you should support all grassroots venues and all grassroots studios, like Black Oak Studios.
Go to McDonald's, get yourself a chicken select. Actually, the Big Arch is pretty good. And underrated, vegan burger is so good.
Don't come to Colchester. No, come here. Give me a cigarette, please. And give me a beer if you see me.
Yeah, 3 fags and 3 vodka.
You know, for as depressing as it is, I don't think it's nearly as bad as people say it is. It's quite a nice town. City. I don't think as tourists or locals or as humans really, we appreciate Colchester for how it is, which is a town full of culture, Roman ruins and history, but still, it's just a nice place to live. People need to stop hating it so much, because sure, it's got its bad parts, but you know, everyone's got bad parts. Could be worse, could be Scunthorpe or Ipswich. So just take a minute and just think. There's one quote I always see on the high street. This one I see all the time. Right outside McDonald's for some reason. How can we tell people that we exist? I'll leave you all on that bombshell. Visit Colchester. You won't regret it. Oh god, this took a while to make, but thank you to everyone that watched this video the whole way through. This is not like anything I've ever made, like ever. This is a lot different than most of the content I make, so if you want me to do more videos like this, then hit the like button, hit the comment section, you know the gist, share it all, and maybe if the numbers get high enough, I might do another one. Who knows? But yeah, special thanks to Ivan Bosch and Jake Fowles for helping me with the filming and sound recording. But yeah, everything else, thank you to you for watching. And yeah, sleep well, Colchester.